Kedves barátaim, szigetelésben vagyok a Sziget Fesztiválon. Nagyon régen voltam itt utoljára, annak dacára, hogy a közösségem, az emik, a rabbik 27 éve vannak jelen a szigeten. Ez alkalommal viszont egy micva mobillal jöttünk ki, keressük a zsidókat és nem zsidókat, beszélgethessünk egy jót, esetleg adományozzanak, tegyenek imaszíjat, zsidó férfiak, szombati gyertyát vegyenek el a nők, majd péntek estére. Szóval egy csomó minden érdekes és izgalmas dolog lesz. Lesz Kérdezd a rabbit pult, lehet kérdéseket kérdezni, természetesen nem ingyen, mi zsidók semmit nem adunk ingyen, a válasz is meg fogja érni ezt az összeget. Nem sokára érkeznek a többi rabbik, mert mindjárt megmutatom a mobilt is. Zsófi már itt van social média ügyben, úgyhogy nyugodtságban és béke. A sziget nyitó napján még elég laza a hangulat, sikerült viszonylag könnyen bejutnom is. Miután ott hagytam a személyigazolványot, és azért vissza kellett menjek, de ez egy másik kérdés, ennyire vagyok felkészülve. Mi az első dolog, ami eszembe jut arról, hogy zsidó? Igen, van is zsidó munkatestvéred? Hogy? Wow, hogy milyen ágol, vagy hogy kapcsolódtok, hogy megszállat? Apukád, testvérének a felesége. Akkor az a anyai ágol. Az anyukája a zsidó. Itt a Budapesten esetleg? Jó, hát az Budapesten. Tök jó. És te mire érkeztél?
Ismerkel ilyen sapkát?
Nem a zsidóknak? Kérlek szépen azért, mert a fedett fő az Isten félelmet jelképez, az ember felett van. Azt jelenti, hogy arra emlékeztetek, hogy van valaki felett. Annak a jelkép. Egy érdekes módon egyébként egy szokás, régi szokás, 2000 éves szokás, de nem a legszigorúbb törvényes fejlesztésre, de aztán annak, hogy ez egy szimbóluma most már a zsidóknak is már jól érde. Ez egy rabbi azt jelenti szó szerint, hogy tanító. Egyébként olyas valaki, aki igyekszik az emberek lelkével foglalkozni. Hello, véged vagy mit? Én Jonathan vagyok. Cseng, merről vagy? Ez első dolog, hogy zsidó, milyen ez első dolog?
Hát, ez ugye egyébként én ehhez nem értek, hogy
Na jó, de valami csak ezt csinálni, hogy zsidó. Mi az első dolog, ami eszedbe arról sem azt mondod neked, hogy sárga barát? Oké, akkor arról is biztos, hogy valami a zsidó.
Hát nem tudom, nekem így is zsidó.
Aki zsidó volt?
Igen, csak ezt nem elneveztek, hogy ez zsidó volt, de közben meg ilyen keresztény. Igazából nem elneveztek.
Kereszténység az zsidóságból vallás, kereszténység, korai kereszténység, zsidóságon belüli szekta volt, ami aztán nem volt észszerű a zsidóságon belül, és akkor visszakart, és a nemzetségében kezdte elterjeszteni a tanításokat, és így vált egy zsidósággal párhuzamos vallás, egy zsidóságból kinőtt, a zsidósággal párhuzamos vallásra, és teológiailag vannak különbségek, elsősorban a keresztény megváltó személyét illetően, mármint az, hogy ki a megváltó, hogy a keresztények szerint Jézus maga a megváltó, mi zsidók szerint nem, és ezt onnan látjuk, hogy nem következett el a megváltásra, meg volt ígérve, de vannak fontos teológiai különbségek is természetesen, függetlenül Jézus személyétől, és talán az egyik ilyen legfontosabb, hogy a zsidóság a gyakorlatra tesz nagyon nagy hangsúlyt, a parancsolatok, a törvények, a Biblia törvényének megtartására, és a kereszténység ezt lazábban kezeli, és ott a hiten van elsősorban a hangsúly. A zsidóságban nagyon fontos a hit, de hogyha az Isten hit nem mutatkozik a cselekedetekben, tehát hogyha az ember hisz, de ettől nem válik jobb emberré, akkor a hit az önmagában kit érdekel, ugye? Kit érdekel, hogy hiszel-e Istenben, hogyha lopsz, csalsz és hazudsz. Akkor jó, hogyha hiszel Istenben, és ezért nem fogsz lopni, csalni, hazudni. Az izgalmas. És a lopás csalás, hazudás, az úgy mondtam, 3 eklatáns példáját a bűnnek. De általában, hogy az ember jobb életet él amiatt, mert az Istenben, akkor érdemes hinni Istenben. Ha nem él miatt jobb életet, akkor kutyát nem érdeklünk vissza. Oké? Köszönöm, hogy beszélgetsz. Jó szórakozást. But you're done with it, so what are you going to do now? For the rest of the day's long?
Have to drink beers.
You got to balance it out. All right.
Of course. Enjoy.
Hív a Bánki Artúr.
Nem baj.
Jó.
Majd haggabe. זה בשביל עם ישראל, ככה.
Érdeklődő. Ez annyira jó. Nem csak zsidók, nem zsidók is érdeklődnek. Imádom.
So first, there's how much time you have? But I give you, I'm answering 2 minutes. Is that okay? Okay, 2 minutes. So the Orthodox community is not is very Orthodox. There's the Orthodox community from the outside seems like a single unit, but it's not a single unit. It's there is different fragments, different sections of Orthodox. So on the more, I would say, more liberal Orthodox people, let's say, okay, it's a political term, so it's not exactly right, but so on the perhaps on the more liberal side of the Orthodox, which we call Dafilemi, who are religious nationalists, so they do go to the army, and not only they go to the army, they are the best people in the army, the best soldiers in the army. So you're talking about really a small sect, and then at the most conservative, you would say the right wing of the Orthodox Jews. You got ultra Orthodox Jews. We are ultra Orthodox Jews, and our affiliation does go to the army. So you're talking about really a very small segment, not really small, but a certain segment, the far right, let's say, of the ultra Orthodox that don't go to the army, and because we believe, and we believe it sincerely, is that we defend our country, we have to defend it also with weapons, with fight, but also through making the world a better place. Also through learning Torah and doing the commandments of what God expects us to do. So we believe this in the personal life, right? So you have to work for a living. On the one hand, you got to do something. You got to work for a living, but you also have to be in good terms with God. Let's say in terms of how you behave and how you what your moral life is like. And we believe that's equally as important as working. We believe in charity. We believe in those kind of things. To live a life like a righteous life, also to work. So the two go hand in hand. Now, many people think, the secular people, that it's only the weapons that protect our country, and we believe that no, weapons is very important, but next to it there needs to be a study of Torah and fulfilling God's commandments. So that's the longer answer, let's say. But I think things are changing slowly, and more. You know, in the Orthodox Jewish world, everything sinks in slowly. You gotta give it some time. So I think in 10, 15, 20 years, you're gonna see more and more of those people also going to the army. As well, on the other hand, you get more and more secular Jews that were more secular now sitting and learning Torah and doing commandments. And that's a wonderful thing. We believe in we have to do both. You gotta put an emphasis on spiritual life. You gotta put an emphasis on physical life, and put those hand in hand. Where are you from? Slovakia. Which part? Bratislava? Košice. My family is from that part. Yeah, my paternal grandparents, my father's mother's side comes from Banka Bistrica and Košice. Your dad is Jewish? Yeah, but he's still your dad?
Yeah.
Are you in good terms with him?
Yeah.
Is he Hungarian, maybe?
No.
Is he Slovak? He's from Israel? Oh, he's from Israel? Really?
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Israel?
Yeah, but my parents divorced only one like my mom.
So you go a lot? Alright, so you like it there?
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's very different from Slovakia.
I don't think
It's a hard. It always was a hard place.
Yeah, I know.
You know, the Bible says, the Torah itself says, it's Eretz Ochelet Toshveha. It's a country that eats up its inhabitants. It's a tough neighborhood. It's a tough country. You got to be very determined. But hey, this is God's. This is the place where the Torah says that God keeps an eye on it from like every minute, every second. So, God bless you. You should enjoy yourself. Very good. Enjoy.
My rabbi is Chabad.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
So you don't have to do this. You don't need me.
No.
There you go. Help yourself.
From him. Okay.
Help yourself.
Hush. No.
Yeah, exactly. You lefty, righty?
Yes.
Very good.
Last time you did it?
Excuse me, I don't speak very well English.
When was the last time you did this? Huh? Yesterday. Exactly.
Yeah, yesterday.
Okay, good bye.
Monday. Without Shabbat.
You want to take over? You want to take over the mitzvah tank? It's yours now. Here's the key. Here's the key. You're up, Bob.
Örülök, hogy itt vagytok. Féltem, hogy ezek a mocskosok jönnek, ezek az állatok, és ti meg nem jöttök,
Okay.
próbáljátok. De hála Istennek.
Mine is here.
Megijedtem, hogy nem lesznek ki, és ezek a szemetek jönnek.
ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, השם ישמעו. תנו מצוותיו וציוונו, להניח תפילין.
Amen. Egy francia zsidó Strasbourgból. Ki gondolná? És egyébként minden nap ezt filint azt mondta, úgyhogy profi. Beállíthatod.
Okay.
Elkezdődik az élet itt a szigeten, az előbb még egy kicsit csendesebb volt, most már azért kezdenek jönni a népek. ezért sokan meg is állnak nálunk.
We have a question. We talked about this, maybe a silly question.
No, there's no silly question. Silly
We
answer.
used to think about like what if dinosaurs existed right now, would they be considered kosher?
No.
Why?
So in the Bible, it says there are 3 types of animals are listed in the Bible. One are mammals, birds, and fish, sea creatures, let's say. So, and also there is insects and different stuff. So the Bible, biblical law, and this is 2nd book of Moses, and repeated in the 5th book of Moses also, God tells us what are the animals that the Jewish person can eat and cannot eat. So with the mammals, when it comes to mammals, you could eat those mammals who have split hooves and chew their cud. You know what that means? Chew their cud, you know, like a cow.
Yeah.
So split hooves and chewing cud. So that's a cow, that's a sheep, that's a goat, that's a raw, a deer, those things. Actually, a giraffe supposedly is kosher. We don't eat giraffe. We don't eat giraffe, but giraffe is supposedly kosher.
Yeah.
So those are mammals. When it comes to birds, the Bible doesn't give you what birds, like how could you tell a bird?
Yeah.
It gives you a list of birds. It gives you a list of 21 birds. In a few places, 19 birds, 21 birds. It gives you a list of birds that you should not eat, but the rest of it you could.
Okay.
Now, because the names of those birds are in Hebrew, Old Hebrew, we don't exactly know how to translate them today.
Yes.
And when you open a Bible, you see them translated. We want to make sure that, you know, just because we call this bird that, is it that? Maybe it was called different.
Yeah.
So therefore, with birds, we only eat those birds that we have a tradition. That our grandparents ate and our great-grandparents ate. So that is chicken, goose, duck, turkey. So turkey is funny, actually, because turkey is a new animal. I mean, it's not a new animal. It's just that we didn't know about this animal until America was discovered, right?
Yeah.
In the 1500s. So Jews were debating. Yeah. When the turkey came to Europe, you know, America had no Jews and only Native Americans. So they were debating, kosher, it's not kosher. So they voted, the general understanding is that turkey is kosher. So duck, you know, chicken, duck, goose, those sorts of animals. And of course, fish, we only eat those fish who have fins and scales.
Yes.
And have fins and scales, and fins and scales. So that's like tuna fish, herring, salmon.
No shark.
No shark, no eel.
Oh.
So eel has no fins.
Squid, no squid.
No sea creatures.
Oh.
What do you have?
Deep sea.
Deep sea stuff, right?
Also
You know,
no
shrimps and prawns and all those things to stay away from. And then, in order for them to become kosher, so the fish are fish. Whatever fish is kosher, you could kill it and eat it.
Yeah.
When it comes to birds and mammals, you have to kill it in a certain way. It's called kosher slaughter. It has to be done by a very expert person with a special knife. Has to learn all the laws of kosher slaughtering. It's very, very complicated. And we don't need the blood, so the blood has to be let out.
Yes.
And it's a process. Kosher food, kosher meat is a process. But the basic idea is, you know, that joke that the Thai people or the Chinese people eat everything that moves, and whatever doesn't move, they spice with. You know that joke. Anyways, and so you know, you gotta watch out what you gotta watch what you eat. I mean, God created the world, and He's the one who tells you what to eat, what not to eat. He's the authority because He's the creator. He's the master of the world.
But aren't chickens like descended from dinosaurs?
There's a theory like that.
So technically.
Oh, you mean the origins of the chicken?
Well, I mean, that was kind of our question because you know dinosaurs are sort of birds, but they're the closest relative is birds.
That's what
We're
they
thinking
say.
maybe,
Yeah, but when it comes to science, you know, we have the Bible, and we don't adjust the Bible according to science not because we don't believe in science. We believe in science. It's just that science also changes their opinion. Like what Darwin thought about Darwinist theory, nobody believes that today. Science went way past that.
Yeah, sure.
And you know, science said the world was
5 billion years old. Now they say it's 3.7.
But can't you just change, like hypothetically?
So you're not going to change your belief system because science changed. You know, COVID vaccination is good for you. And then people come and say COVID vaccination is not good for you. Now you believe in science? I believe in science. I believe in science. So if doctors say COVID is good, vaccination is good for you, I'll take it. But if someone comes and says it's not good for you, I'll take that too because I believe in science, right? I'm not going to judge. But I'm not going to adjust my belief system based on what doctors say today. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
Because the Bible is something that never changes.
Okay.
The Word of God never changes.
Yeah.
So the good question that you should ask, is what do Jews think about dinosaurs in general?
Yeah.
Because dinosaurs, according to science, lived hundreds of thousands of years ago. And according to Jewish thought and Jewish theology, God created man about 5,800 years ago.
Yeah.
So how is that?
Yeah.
If the
Like
world was
that.
created, if the world was created 6,000 years ago, how could it be dinosaurs? So there's a bunch of answers.
Yeah.
So first answer, there's a bunch of answers. I'm not going to go through all of them. I'll give you two to think about.
Yeah.
Have you ever read the book of Genesis, the first creation, the first few
Yeah.
passages when it tells you about creation? So God created the sun and the moon. Do you remember which day of creation God created the sun and the moon?
Well, first there was light.
First there was light, that's right.
Okay.
First there was light and darkness, and there was
Yeah.
waters,
Yeah.
right? So God created the sun and the moon on the fourth day. Now, after the first day, what does the Bible say? And there was evening and there was morning, first day, right? So how was there an evening and morning? There was no sun.
Yeah.
For 3 days there was no sun. So were the first 3 days, were they 24 hours or not?
Oh, that's really interesting.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
But there was no sun. 24 hours is the amount of time the world rotates around itself, and it also rotates around the sun, but around itself, right?
Yeah.
If there was no sun, the 24 hours was not the first day, or the first 2 days, or even the first 6 days were not 24 hours. That's answer number one.
Yeah.
Answer number two, and this is even more interesting. Answer number one is really easy. When you open the Bible, if you read it well, if you have a little curiosity, you can figure it out. The second question is also very curious. The second answer. God created everything, right? God created the Garden of Eden. God created the first tree. Okay? It says, let there be a tree. Boom, there was a tree. Right. If you cut down that tree, would you see rings in that tree?
Yes.
Would you?
What? No, because it was like created one
You know,
day.
like
There's
a
an
tree.
arrow
You
there.
cut out a tree today, you chop off a tree.
Yeah.
That ring that tells you how many years. How old is the tree, right? So when God created the first, I don't know what tree, pine tree, boom, you cut it out. Do you see rings?
Oh no, because there's no light.
Maybe you do. Maybe you don't.
Cut it down immediately. Like,
Maybe he.
I give it a different question. I give it a different question. God created the first person, right? Adam.
Yeah.
Right? How old was he? Have you ever thought about that? Was he a
He was
newborn
not a
baby?
child. No, he was not.
He could not be a newborn baby because God started to speak to him, and also a newborn baby without its mother would die. So it had to be a grown-up person. The rabbis tell us in the Talmud that Adam, the first man, was 20 years old. He wasn't 20 years old. He looked 20 years old.
Yeah.
He was one second old, but he looked 20. So when you chop off a tree, it was a big tree. If you would have chopped down a tree from the Garden of Eden, it looked like an old tree, but in reality it wasn't old, it just looked old.
Yeah.
So if you cut it down, there would have been raised. They would say, I don't know, 80 years old tree. Is it 80 years old? No. It's just a minute old. God just created a minute ago. Right? So if scientists would have gone over to the Garden of Eden, the first day of creation, the sixth day of creation, they would go over and try to figure out how old is the earth.
Yeah.
What would they have found? They would have found that the earth looks like 3 billion years old.
Yeah.
Is it 3 billion years old? No, it's 6 days old. But in order to, it looked like an old something. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I get it.
You understand?
Yeah.
So therefore, it's no contradiction to the Bible when we say that the world was created 6,000 years ago, and it does look like the 4 billion, 4.7 billion. That's what it looks like. Maybe it is, because maybe the first day of first few days of creation wasn't even 24 hours. It could have been billions of years.
Yeah.
Maybe. But maybe not. Maybe it just looks so.
No.
Understand?
Think about it.
Yeah.
Think about
We're
it.
gonna think about it.
Yeah.
Not
Okay.
sleep.
Exactly. Don't go to the counselor. Just sit down and all right.
Yes.
Enjoy.
Thank
Enjoy.
you so much.
Where are you guys from? Germany?
Netherlands.
The Netherlands. Which part? Amsterdam.
No, Leiden.
Leiden.
Yeah, in between Amsterdam and Rotterdam.
And
Okay.
The Hague.
Okay, good. It's not a big country either.
No.
So it's your first time in Hungary?
Yes.
For you it is.
Yes.
I've been before.
Very good.
Are you
Welcome.
from Hungary?
Yes, I am.
Very nice.
Enjoy, guys. Enjoy. Be safe. Be well.